Oh, sorry. That's for a Democrat show.
When you're ready.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to report.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver Common Sense Show. I'm on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe. Oh, man. Freaking issues right off the bat. Right off the bat. The stream shut down like 3 times on me. I know I'm not broadcasting on Rumble either. I don't know why. Trouble. If it isn't for trouble, what would I have? I want to make sure that I'm broadcasting. Let's see. I apologize for this. This is... Man, everything was going good. The other day it was going good. The last couple shows, no major technical issues. Today, shit to bed. I don't even know if I'm freaking... Yes, okay, I am. All right, I am live. All right. Technology, it's a bitch, ain't it? How's everybody doing? Friday. Happy Good Friday. I guess that's... Listen, I'm not going to try to fake it. I have my beliefs. I have basically what I believe in. And I'm not into mass religion. I think there's too much corruption when too many people get involved. Look at our government. I'm not saying all religions are corrupt. I'm not saying all, churches and synagogues and temples are corrupt. Just it's. I've always had my issue. I have my beliefs, and they're my beliefs. I will say that they're based on Christianity. Hi, Jenna. Yeah, long time no see. I explained it first show back last week. There was a lot of issues in my personal life that popped up. I had to do me for a while between health and just burning out. But yeah, long time no see. Glad you're here. I was actually thinking about you the other day too, because I was going through some of the old stuff, and I would see your name pop up. I was like, oh shit, wonder if she's still around. All right, and I'm going to let everybody know, no, I'm not sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, I drink in their coffee. Yes, it's on their cups. I can't control that. My wife was gracious enough to stop and get me a Dunkin' Donuts when she was on. She went to I don't know what you want to call it, Good Friday massive, but it's not Catholic church. But actually, her church is like a non-denominational. They kind of fit everything in, but it was a Good Friday. Uh, yeah, it's Jenna just put in. Here, let me see. Oh, and this is there was a streamer, Callie, the Fox, and I believe she passed away from cancer. And yeah, it was not. That was very sad. It sucked big time. She was a good person. She was always there for my show. She was always there to talk. You know, I can't speak highly enough of her. All right, let's see what we're going to talk about today. One thing I'm going to talk about, and this is making me giggle, really making me giggle. Let's see if New York governor showed up for. Dang, I thought I saved that. Don't let me. I saved it in the wrong spot. A New York City police officer was murdered the other day, and they damn it, new computer. I don't have everything always set up. And today was the funeral and wake, and I'm just going to show you the headline on a Fox page. Let me make sure everything's. I hate their stuff anymore. Everything's always here. All right, boom. Yeah, state of the world, and that's putting it nicely. The state of the world's fucked up. New York governor leaves NYPD officer Jonathan Diller wake abruptly after 10 minutes. Basically, NYPD Sergeant Benevolent Association president put a press release out a while ago and was talking about how you're going to get people that are just showing up there basically for photo ops. Dang it. You know, Fox is real fucked up with their page. I've signed up for this damn site and I still get these weird. I got all different computers. You got to access whatever. Anyway, she was. It looks like she was asked to leave. Someone stopped her on the way in, and looks like there was about a 10-minute conversation. She abruptly turned around and left. This is also, you have Biden. I think he went to the funeral. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on that one. But I believe he went to the funeral. But he did not go to the wake, where Trump went to the funeral and the wake. He was there for everything. But Biden decided to go fundraise, where it was like $10,000 a picture. Whoever's spending $10,000 to take a picture with that batshit crazy old coot, yeah, you're dumber than dog shit. For number one, you can get a picture from a distance for free. Now I'm going to spend $10,000. Man, why won't anybody pay me $10,000 to have a picture taken with my ugly mug? Damn. But anyway, instead of going to a New York City police officer who got murdered. Oh, and the Democrats say crime's going down in this country. And I laugh about that statement. I was reading an article where they were talking how the crime's going down. Yeah, you have your petty thefts and your vehicle thefts are up, but murder and all that's down. But wait a minute, aren't they crying about gun violence in this country and the murder rate? They can't get their story straight. They say one thing out of their mouth and another thing out of their ass. And both of them smell like shit either way. I just... Whoever writes their stuff really need to get together and talk because they're conflicting against each other. God, I need the coffee today too. I think this is cup number 3. Oh man, I just I don't blame the New York City Police Department for not wanting a lot of these politicians going there because they're not actually going there to grieve. I can't say it's all about saving the kids, except if it's an abortion. If it's abortion, then we can murder as many as we want. But otherwise, they want to save kids. Except also if it's murderers, they want to save them so they can get back out and murder more people. Yeah, all about the kids. If it just saves one child, we'll abort it. I always love that argument. Well, it's not a child yet. Okay. And this is my argument always going back to them, and I've gotten several people on it. And they've told me it's a legitimate argue back that they can't answer. You're saying that is not uh, um, a life, it's not a child, it's not a baby in the womb when a woman's pregnant. Okay. If I go in, hypothetically, on a pregnant woman, I will be charged, and both the mother and the fetus do not make it. I will be charged with 2 counts of murder. So if I'm getting charged with murder, how can I be charged with 2 counts of murder if there's only one person involved? If that fetus is not a person or alive, how can I be charged? And I'm not getting in the whole should there be, shouldn't there be abortions. That's not the point here. Yeah, exactly. Trump cares about all life, from what I see too, and they try to make it so much that he doesn't. These people, that's another sideway conversation. We went from New York Police Department funeral to talking about abortion, but it's there's a time and place sometimes medically for an abortion. Yes, I understand that. I'm not going to argue that. But as a form of birth control, I totally disagree with. I can even say, okay, and one mistake. And I'm saying I understand. It doesn't say it should, shouldn't. I can understand you make one mistake. All right. But you got people that are using this as birth control on a regular basis, and that's where I have an issue with it. I have an issue with terms, how long, far along in the pregnancy. No. But yeah, the Democrats saying that if we just save one child. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, taking a life is taking a life. I agree with that, Jana. But sometimes there is a necessity to save. Like if it's a choice between some jackass trying to hurt my family, my daughter, my wife, or me, guess what? Their life is not as important as much as mine. And I also love to argue. I've seen it on Twitter. Well, if you would murder somebody over your stuff in your house, you value your stuff over someone's life. No, that person valued that stuff more than their life when they decided to come into my house. No, that's bullshit. I'm going to protect. I mean, if someone's trying to steal my car, yeah, that could be replaced. But if you're coming into my house uninvited, I'm going to take that as a hostile action, and I'll do what I need to do. It's not a threat. It's not a problem. I'm going to protect myself. I live in Florida. We got the castle doctrine. We're able to protect ourselves. We don't have to run like New Jersey. New Jersey, you actually have to leave your house. You have to make an attempt to leave your house. How stupid does that sound? You have to try to, even if your kids are in there, you have to make an attempt to leave. Democrat states are just getting too nuts for me. Do I miss New Jersey? Somewhat, yeah. And I spent majority of my life in New Jersey. I was born in Levittown, Pennsylvania, raised in New Jersey. It just no. Oh boy. So where were we? Yeah, we were talking about the New York governor. It looks like she was asked to leave. I know she's steaming, but they were told they don't want these people showing up. They don't want these people that are showing up there for a photo op to get front row to make it look like they care, because they don't. Because if she actually cared, she'd be making laws instead of releasing these criminals. Yeah, too many kids missing. Yeah. My daughter is 20 years old now, and God, that's scary for me to say. And I still worry about her as much as day one. And I will always. But I can't take these politicians that are making these rules and laws and releasing criminals. They care more about protecting criminals than illegal aliens. Yes, I said illegal aliens. I'll pull Biden. Yes, I said illegal aliens. But I'm not going to start yelling afterwards like he does, like an idiot. They care more about them than actual citizens of the United States of America. Listen, everybody, don't forget also, if you're tuning in through YouTube, hit the like, share button, subscribe. It's all free. It just helps get the word out. I would greatly appreciate it. Comment, jump in the conversation. And I don't know why, like I said, Rumble didn't load up. Oh, boy. But yeah, it's. I'm going to say that these politicians, especially on the left-hand side, that's going way, 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 way left. Yeah, the invasion's not coming from the sky. It's coming from our borders. And these people that are so simply swayed that borders are bad. And we're the only country in this world that seems that us and Israel are the only ones that are not allowed to have borders. Everybody else is allowed to have borders. Well, European Union, well, that's a bunch of communist bull crap right there that's going on. Everything that was fought in World War II to stop, a lot of it's coming back and being forced. And that's the thing that I see in this country. They're trying to bash nationalism, I guess. Yeah, I guess you could say. But anybody patriotic to the country, they're trying to bash and make it evil. It's bad. And that's what they're teaching our kids in school. So if you don't care about your country, you don't care about borders. And that's an easy way for them to start pushing a one world nation. And that's what they're going for. And anybody that thinks that's a conspiracy theory, a tin hat wearing theory, it isn't. It's in a UN document. What do you think the European Union's about? The North American, what the hell was it, North American Coalition or whatever that Hillary was pushing when she was running for president. That would have basically grouped together United States, Canada, and Mexico together. What do you think they're pushing, people? They know they can't do this in one foul swoop. They have to do it in stages. Just like I've talked about the guns, Democrats had a think tank put together, and one of the main things that they came up with, you can't ban guns outright. It would be too much shock to the system for the American people to take. What they need to do is slowly make laws and regulations that make it harder and harder and harder to get a gun. And then by the time it's, the process is too long, too expensive, too hard, people go, so they banned them. I couldn't get one anyway. That is exactly what it's about. And don't kid yourself. I mean, that's one of the reasons I love being out in New Jersey. I don't need to be Mother May I to the state asking for Reaver for life. I haven't heard that one in a long time. For those that just started listening, I did do a show years ago. I think I had an average, but it was mostly just like an audio stream. I think my number's right around 50,000. So right now I'm just starting back over, starting from the bottom, working back up. Except now you get to look at my ugly mug. So some torture for you. But with the guns, I don't need to ask permission for the state of Florida. In fact, they just passed a form of constitutional carry in the state of Florida. I don't need to ask the government to concealed carry. Now, I can't wait to the day that they finally go open carry. Concealed carry hard for us fat people. Man, have you ever tried to tuck a gun underneath the fat? Damn, that hurts. And trying to get the gun out, you got to pull the fat, get the gun. Oh man, yeah, I got to start working out this week. That's been one of my goals is to start. Well, I don't want to say working out. I'm not trying to promote anything, but I'd been looking and doing a lot of research into, and I saw about the DDP yoga. And it's been a lot of success cases with it, so I'm going to try it. And my mobility's down from the RA and the injuries I've sustained over the years, and just it gets hard moving around some days. But yeah, I'm gonna try to start working out this week. Try to get back in. I mean, I'm fat. I'm round. Round is a shape. So, but I want to, get a little bit more healthy. I want to be around quite a few more years. Oh man, I don't know. It's too crazy. AOC's a nut job. I'll tell you that for sure. I think I did talk about that last week. The what the hell situation is still going on. That's going to be going on for a long time. And anybody listening, you got to check that out. That's a scary situation right there. We got our government court that is overreaching, man. And when I say overreaching, I'm like, holy shit. Let's see. We're still going to touch back onto global warming thing, but not tonight. I'm going to give another couple shows between. I mean, that could be just a whole show within itself. Let me pull this web page up. I hate these ad blocker shit. Let me share the screen. All right. Yeah, I've tried that too. The cucumber and cilantro and lemon. Actually, I like doing just vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and a little lemon, and that's it. But ever since I was on 2 diabetic meds, my stomach just has never been the same. So I drink ginger ale pretty often. But yeah, I need to get back into the vinegar. I actually like vinegar, so. But all right, I've been watching this show and I love it, Shogun. And it's set in the 1500s about Japan. It's I think pretty historically accurate. I don't know Japan's history 100% in and out, but it seems pretty accurate. And one of the main complaints is that there's not enough black actors in it. There's not enough black actors in a historical piece about Japan. Please explain. Somebody, please explain the rationale behind complaining that there's not enough black actors in a show that takes place in the 1500s in Japan, where it's Portugal and English were just coming in contact with them and trade and all that. It just doesn't make sense. People want this DEI bullshit and forcing it on history. That's not what happened, people. That is not what happened. So, and I saw another show where trying to remember, and they're complaining there was no Middle Easterns in it, and it had nothing to do with anybody from the Middle East. It's just a runaway with this liberal logic, if you want to call it logic. I know it's like saying army intelligence. It drives me up a freaking wall. And if somebody could explain how why you're supposed to force into history, it doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't not register in my head why you have to force all this shit through. Leave well enough alone. History's history. Leave it as is. And stop forcing our morality on things that happen in the past. There was a different standard, but I'm not saying it's right, wrong, indifferent, but that is what it was like back then. But when you bring up, especially when you're going to talk about slavery, when you bring up that, well, Africa was really big on slavery. In fact, still to this day, they are very big on slavery. Oh, you get called racist when you point out facts nowadays, because it doesn't fit their narrative that how they want to destroy this country. How many countries went to war to end slavery? And yes, Civil War was about slavery. Whether economical, morality, it was about slavery. I don't know. It just drives me up a wall. Dang it, why didn't that work? No, that's not working. Hey. There we go. Things are working, things aren't working. 1 minute. I think this mixer's about shot. One of the things I do 3D printing in this room too, and I think the resin got in the air a little bit, and it's because there's this weird film on top of my mixer. Sometimes I'll move the sliders, and it takes a minute for it to react. But yeah, to sit there to complain about a show that has nothing to do with the subject that you want to force on people, it just makes you look like an idiot. Let's get on to the Trump subject a little bit, and I'm not going to go full bore onto this because it's a little behind, but let me pull the article up. And voila. This article says it all right now. Influential pollster says New York AG seizing Trump's property would elect him. And I think he's already got it in the bag. I know there's going to be some cheating and they're going to attempt, but you already see the Biden administration. They're doing stuff, and they're saying we're doing it because when Trump gets elected, we don't want him reversing Biden's policies on this or that or that. They're trying to set things up to hamstring Trump, and they're doing it already because they're really preparing the White House for Trump, and they're going to try to cause him to fail. But again, as I talked about last show, I'm telling you, they need to change the parties, the animals. Democrats need to become Wile E. Coyote, and the Republicans under Trump need to become the Roadrunner, because that's exactly what's happening. They just keep coming up with these dumbass ideas and trying to attack. They're going to capture the Roadrunner. They're going to capture Trump. We got Trump this time. No, we don't. Oh, we got him this time for no. Oh, shit. Russia. We have proof. We don't have shit. We have witness. We don't have witnesses. Yeah, we did create those documents. We faked them to make it look like he was working with Russia. Time and time and time again. And then this year, for this election, they're making him seem. Well, they're not seem. They're attacking him and attacking him. The deep state is going after him, and they're just giving him ammunition. And if they would have seized his property, whoo, I was even worried about if that could have set off the big CW Civil War. I am not calling for it, so don't. But I've been watching more YouTube. I've been having fun with the YouTube law. YouTube, yeah, however they say it. It's pretty interesting. And now I'm hearing also that there's going to be no debates between Trump and Biden. I wonder why. I really wonder why. Oh, yeah, there's always this too. Oh my God, this idiot. So those that don't know, Rhonda McDaniel, she ended up getting a job at MSNBC. Hell, she's been fired by it just as quick as she got in, because the insane asylum is running. Well, the lunatics are running the insane asylum. Oh, I can't stand this guy. I just click on YouTube to get a photo or something to put up, and this idiot, he's out there. He's a Democrat backer, big time Democrat backer, but he's like, oh, trying to act all high on morale when, first of all, he was a crack addict, which I'm glad he cleaned himself up. That's not my bitch. Heck. Wow, I'm hearing buzzing. My issue is he sold his kids for crack. And he's out there trying to act all high and mighty. Man, I'd be just keeping my mouth shut. I would not be out there in the public eye. I'm going to be back here in the corner. I ain't going to say shit. Save image. I'm trying to pull this damn picture up. Oh, there we go. So, Chuck Todd was one of the big vocal ones against Ron McDaniel. And he said it's not ideological. It has to deal with she did hoax on the election. She's a liar. Me protest here, very much so, because if you look at it, here's some of his hoaxes. He pushed the Russia collusion hoax, the hands up, don't shoot hoax, Jesse Smollett hoax, Covington KKK kids hoax, very fine people hoax, 7-hour gap hoax, Russia bounties hoax, Trump trashes troops hoax, policemen killed at mostly peaceful January 6th protest hoax, Rittenhouse hoax, eating while black hoax, border agents whipping illegals hoax, NASCAR news hoax, the Jim Crow 2.0 hoax, Trump assaulted Secret Service agents and grabbing steering wheel of Beast hoax, MAGA assaulted Paul Pelosi hoax, COVID lab leak theory is racist hoax, Hunter Biden's laptop is Russian disinformation hoax, Joe Biden will never ban gas stoves hoax, COVID deaths are overcounted is a conspiracy theory hoax. Mass graves of native children in Canada hoax. The Trump killed all the fish hoax. Hamas hospital hoax. John Fetterman is healthy hoax. If reelected, Trump will execute people hoax. The Althea Bank hoax. Libs of TikTok murdered non-binary teen hoax. The Aaron Rodgers Sandy Hook truther hoax. The bloodbath hoax. But yet he has yet to apologize or retract on any one of them. I always need help with Brandy. I suck at that part. I don't understand it. Jenna, get with me on Facebook. Look up the Jersey Joe on Facebook, and I'll get back to you through that, and we'll talk on that if you would. Chuck Todd is a flippin' lying piece of shit. He's a propagandist, like most are with MSNBC. And that boss bowing down like that shows that they're not serious about being open to discussion. All they want is their little echo chamber. That's it. At least Fox has the balls to hire other people. They hire liberals and Democrats all the time. It actually makes for some good television because you can get the arguments. And what's better than arguments going on live television to cause drama? I'm not saying I watch it, but I am broadcasting on Twitter too. Woohoo! Coffee. I you want to sit there and push that bullshit. At least have the balls to come out and say, we don't like what she has to say. We don't want it spread. We don't want open competition. Be ballsy about it, at least. Hey, I'm out here saying I'm a conservative and these are my views. I'm not in it to debate you. I'm here to talk about what I have to say. If you could prove me wrong, that's fine. But I'm not going to sit here and debate back and forth because it's not going to go anywhere. I see it online all the time. Hell, there's actually a site I'm on where we're all agreeing on a subject, but got talking about a person's leg and they're supposed to be the day out of surgery from from a knee replacement, and he's up walking around on a walker. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that's normal nowadays. They have you up the day of the surgery out on a walker. Crutches, cane, whatever it is. And it's like going back and forth. And it's like, I'm not. Here, I think I can actually post links. Oh. Yeah, I can. Woohoo! For everybody, catch me on Facebook there. Jersey Joe Talks. Oh, oh Lord. Now what? And I love that. I just say, well, my mother had a knee replacement. She's. And you're also talking how old is the person? There is other things, but they want you up and walking the same day. Dude, just because you're relative doesn't mean it. The norm nowadays is you're going to be up and moving around. But that's the thing. You can hit them with facts. And they still won't believe it because I'll get on because I'm dumb enough, so I'm going to go back at. And I'm going to post to several medical sites where they sit there and talk about you're going to walk the same day with a walker. Well, how's he getting in and out of his trailer? How the fuck do you think he's getting out? He's magically transporting himself out of it. Oh, my God. I just want to bang my head. Oh, idiots. I love people, but at the same time, they drive me up a wall. Oh, piss off. Facebook wanting pins set up and all that. It just. All right, I had promised I was going to find the deposition also for that whole what the hell situation to show you this line at and just how batshit crazy this woman is. Whoa. I got to lower the volume on this a little bit. All right, we're going to share this. Ooh, what the heck happened? There we go. All right. I'm going to show the first part of the video. I may not get all the way through it, but I got to go over some of this. This is just too hysterical.
Died.
What proof do you have that your mother died?
My mother did not die.
We're about to take a deep dive into a pathological lying criminal mastermind.
I don't lie. That's the thing. I don't lie.
Down here in Florida, we're in court with Lynette, and she lives true to her name. In her deposition, she lied over and over and over and over again. And we're going to show you some excerpts from that deposition. Now, that day was over 7 hours long. Understand that's with breaks, with lunch, and we had nowhere gotten done with all of the details for the deposition. Just some excerpts that the judge already knows about today. And you're going to see her incriminate herself so bad, you're going to feel sorry for the individual that was foolish enough to grant her $7,000 in a gift, which now she has to claim and lose her disability benefits. And take notice that there's a child in all of this. You are, number one, not allowed to have anybody in the same area as you. Number two, no communication with cell phones or anything else. You're going to hear John, you're going to hear a child, and you're going to see tablets that she's texting on.
I will let you know, I have to let you know that I have to be done by 1:30.
No, ma'am, that's not happening. You don't get
I have to be at the sheriff's department
ma'am.
to be interviewed by the investigators at 2 p.m.
It's not going to end, ma'am. We're not ending the deposition. You have a court proceeding, and we're not ending the deposition today. At that time.
Well, Mr. Hales is the one who wanted them to investigate
Ma'am,
me.
we're not
so I'm
doing
being
it. It's not
investigated.
happening, ma'am. I'm just telling you it's not.
Okay. When John gets here, sir, I'm going to ask for a break because I need to call the sheriff's department and let
Ma'am.
them know that you're not going to let us off to show up at their department because this was a real investigation.
Ma'am, we're not, this deposition is going to go forward day to day, like the notice says, until we're finished. So we're not going to take any breaks without phone calls. This is not the time. We'll take breaks Maybe.
If I don't show up at the sheriff's department, I'll get arrested.
It was this very day after this deposition that Lynette posted on her page, standing in her trash. And it says this very clearly: I want to make this statement and make it very clear. I did tell you it was clearly. Neither John Crook nor myself are in jail or have any fear of going to jail. Well, hold a second. I seem to be seeing a lot of fear, because the truth is they are both under investigation, and they are both looking at arrest, and they are both looking at all the consequences that come with everything they've done to us.
You're trying
Well,
to get
let's do it
me
this way.
arrested in
I'm
Ohio.
not trying to get you arrested. I mean, you raised this.
Oh, yes, you are. And so is he.
I do want to warn you, you're going to hear some language, you're going to hear some anger and aggression, and it's all going to be from Lynette. And some of you may be thinking, how could anybody side with this individual? Remember the bomb threat scare in hearing number 3, and then the court staff member that made the nasty face at me? Yeah, her. That's her right there. We have identified her. As a matter of fact, during lunch, she went up to my first lawyer and said, how could you represent that bleepity bleep? Little uncalled for, I'd say, because she's a victim's advocate in the court setting. And if she's fallen for this hook, line, and sinker victim's mentality of Lynette, she's got a lot coming, because this woman is going to 100%, there is no doubt in my mind that this woman is going to jail. This victim's advocate doesn't even know the history of this woman. We have psychiatric reports on her. You name it, we've got her on it. And so let's see what my lawyer has to say about her breaking the civil protection orders, even here in Florida.
Hold on 1 second. This cupboard is a no.
You know what Mr. Hales was referring to when he said 10 feet, 10 feet?
The order that he's got against us in Ohio that he got fraudulent.
Fraudulently.
Yes.
Oh, he's referring to the order. So let's look at
This woman. It just. And then she gets upset she doesn't have a lawyer. She started this process, and she started it as a pro se. She started representing herself, and she's getting hammered in court. I shouldn't say hammered, because that judge was really one-sided when it came to her. I just, holy. Oops. See, I got to get used to doing all this again. I'm not going to show the whole thing. It's just, I wanted to show from the last time we talked. Brain fart. I wanted to show this person how crazy they are and the shit that's going on in this guy's life. Yeah, her cheese is definitely off her cracker. And I really question, she has a turtle rescue, which fine. But she's disabled on Social Security, SSI disability, getting a check from the government, but yet she's able to run a 501c3, and her whatever you want to call crook, they were married, they got divorced. There's a lot of rumors why they got divorced. They live on the property together, but they don't live in the same place. Let's just put it that way. And she recently, someone donated a trailer to her, so she's now out of the shed, because there was a lot of flack that her and this 4-year-old girl were living in a shed and using basically a Home Depot 5-gallon bucket as a toilet. That just, come on. I'm trying to figure stuff out. It just, And I feel sorry for this guy. He lives across the street, and he's not full. He doesn't live there permanently. He is a resident of Ohio. He comes down here during the winter, basically a snowbird. And this woman stalked him to his house. Trying to look up something on. Trying to do multiple things at the same time, and my brain just doesn't work that way anymore. Oh, her court is even funnier. She told a judge no, he's wrong, and went on a tangent about it. All I know is if I would have done that, I would be in jail. I definitely. Or I would be held in contempt at least. It just, why am I humming Christmas music? Oh, my wife would be killing me right now if she heard this. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to watch more of this, just go to What the Hales, HALES. I think S or $. And you can catch up everything on Otter. Well, it's Otter Creek is where they live. And he has it listed as Otter, ODDERs, and this is very odd. Tell me about it, Jen. Everybody can barely afford anything in this new goddamn economy. But according to the Democrats, the economy's great. Everything's cheap. You're just too stupid to realize it. Seriously, and that's what they almost come out and say. It's like, oh, man, they need to get out of their perch, their high horse, and I got to get my 2 screens going. I got so much work to do in this room. Number one, I got to clean up. I got leather laying all over the place. Maybe that's why I have leather. I was doing some leather work for a while. This right here. Let me see if I can get it back up and show you. This right there is a 50-watt laser. I got to get that out of here. I got to clean up the mess. Plus, I have my 3D printers in here. Oh, just so much work to do. Never enough time. I was supposed to go to Kennedy Space Center tomorrow because my truck's still in the shop. We couldn't go. Oh, man, my truck's been in the shop since November. I'm wondering if I'm ever going to get that thing back. I hope so. I just... The warranty company really fudged things up. Made it difficult getting my truck repaired. And it's not the factory warranty. It's those independent company warranties. Not the ones you get on Facebook either. But so I'm dealing with that. I don't know. But all right, it's getting close. Let's see what else we got. What else? Roll the dice. Let's see if I get these 2 in real quick. These were on Breitbart. And this one here I love. So, the Democrats are saying that a lawyer for Donald J. Trump should lose his law license because of legal advice he gave during the fight over the 2020 presidential election results. And they're saying he should be disbarred for that advice. He even said that maybe you'll lose 7-2, but you're going to lose in the Supreme Court 9-0 on the advice that he gave him. And as any attorney, they're going to give you all options. Nothing was illegal, what he said. These are opinions. These are words. So they want him disbarred for giving advice to the president. If this is what you want, this is what you need to do. And I would say it's kind of backfiring on him. Because maybe all those attorneys that were involved in removing Trump from the ballot should now be disbarred. If you give an opinion that's not conducive to what the majority thinks, the left wants you disbarred for. Well, they should be held to the exact same standard. Their people lost, so those attorneys should be disbarred. And I know there was some Republicans behind remove Trump from the election. What's even better, this article talks about is how the White House condemned Venezuela's authoritarian regime for trying to exclude the leading opposition candidate from the ballot. The exact same thing that batshit crazy nut job did. They're now trying to tell other countries not to do it. Uh-oh, out of coffee. But yeah, you're never going to... You just bar them. And guess what? It's going to get appealed, and it's going to get overturned. Your civil lawsuit against Trump, where the woman claims he defamed her and all that's going to get overturned. 96% sure it's going. There's always a chance something could snag in there. The case with the AG versus Trump, that's going to get overturned. That was such a circus that went on there. They just, when it goes up in front of real courts and real judges, and yes, I'm calling these other judges fake, they're political actors sitting in seats of power. This is not what our country envisioned. Then people wonder why people go after Democrats being communists, anti-American, when the shit that they do, they're trying to destroy this country one step at a time. And under Obama, they advanced that agenda faster than they really should have. They made it too apparent to everybody what they were doing. You know, before it was the fringe thought, and now it's mainstream thought. It's not thought. It's what's going on. And it drives me. You get these idiots that use words that they don't know what they mean. What's another one? I think I got time. This I was talking earlier. Some crime is up. Some crime is up. Whoop. And Trump's trying to exploit disconnect between perception and stats. Now, when you fail to prosecute, that doesn't mean crime's gone down. And that's exactly what's going on. You have these liberal states that are failing to prosecute now because it's racist. Of course, your crime stats are going to go down because you're not prosecuting them anymore. All right, that's going to be it for the show. I will be back Monday, 9 p.m., same as I was last week. Whoop. Still trying to get used to this. Well, he is doing it from an earpiece. Definitely doing it from an earpiece. I also, like I talked about, I remember a video or a news interview they did with him when he was a senator. And I'm not the only one. I've talked to other people that I remember seeing that, where he said that he converted to Christianity because that nobody would vote in a Muslim president in the United States. Him and Michelle were walking out of a church, and a lady asked him that. Now I can't find it. I'm going to keep looking, and if anybody knows where that is, go to look up Jersey Joe. Look for my page on Facebook. You can go to Twitter, Jersey Joe. If you know where that video is, send me a link to it. I want that video again. All right, with that, I'll see you Monday. Have a good weekend. And